You stare into the void. It is your job after all. The screen shows a sea of silent, sleeping suns. Another shift. Another cup of recycled coffee. The hum of the scout ship is your only companion. It is a lonely, endless watch. You track gravitational waves. You log cosmic ray bursts. You chart the slow death of ancient stars. Most days, nothing happens. The universe is vast and mostly empty. Then you see it, a flicker on the deep-range scanner. It is a signal from a dead star system, a place where light itself has died. Nothing should be coming from there. You lean closer to the monitor. The display shows a tight beam transmission. It is not random noise. It is a pattern. Too clean, too perfect. Natural signals are messy. They splash and fade. This one is a needle of pure data. The system is called Kepler 186f, or it was. Now it is just a graveyard. A black dwarf star surrounded by frozen worlds. No life, no energy, no reason for a signal to exist. Yet, there it is. A repeating pulse of information. It is elegant. It is mathematical. It is undeniably artificial. Your heart beats a little faster. This is the moment every star sailor dreams of. The discovery that changes everything. You isolate the frequency. You run diagnostics. The ship's computer confirms your findings. The signal is real. It is not an echo. It is not a ghost in the machine. Someone or something is broadcasting from the dark. You feel a chill run down your spine. A ghost story just became real. A message from a tomb. A voice from a silent abyss. You are the only one who hears it. The High Council chamber is cold. Its polished marble floors reflect stern faces. You present your findings with passion. You show them the signal's perfect structure. You explain its impossible origin. They listen with placid disbelief. They see a young captain on a foolish quest. They do not see the truth you hold. The truth that humanity is not alone. And maybe it never was. The lead counselor, a man named Valerius, dismisses your data. He calls it an anomaly, a sensor ghost from a nearby nebula. He speaks of resource allocation. He mentions the risks of chasing shadows. His words are heavy. They are the anchors of bureaucracy. They hold starships in port. They keep humanity's eyes on the ground. You feel the fire in your gut turn to ice. Your request is denied, he says finally. The words echo in the vast chamber. The other council members nod in agreement. They have already made up their minds. They prefer the safety of known space, the comfort of the void's familiar silence. Your discovery is a disruption, a problem they would rather ignore. You are dismissed with a polite but firm gesture. It feels like a door slamming shut on the future. You walk out of the chamber. The weight of your failure presses down. But underneath it, something else stirs. A spark of defiance. The council will not go. So you will. You will go without their blessing. You will go without their ships or their support. The signal is too important to ignore. You will beg, borrow, or steal to reach it. You decide to assemble a rogue crew, a team of dreamers and outcasts like yourself. Your ship is the Stardust Drifter. She is not the newest or the fastest, but she is yours. Her hull plates are scarred from 100 journeys. Her engine hums a familiar, comforting tune. You gather your crew in the mess hall. There is Kale, your engineer and best friend. He can fix anything with a wrench and a string of curses. There is Lena, your navigator. Her eyes hold the star charts of 1,000 systems. And there is Jax, your weapons officer, a man who trusts his gut more than his sights. You tell them about the signal. You tell them about the council's denial. You offer them a choice. a safe return to port, or a leap into the unknown. You see the same fire in their eyes that burns in yours. They are not content with safe harbors. They are explorers. They are thrill seekers. They signed up for the grand adventure, not for paperwork and political games. Kale grins. "When do we leave?" he asks. That's all the answer you need. You are a crew of 4 against the galaxy. It feels like just the right odds. The journey is a quiet one at first. The Stardust Drifter burns through known space. You pass familiar star lanes and trade outposts. Then, you reach the edge, the border of mapped territory. Beyond it lies the Emerald Expanse, a vast, uncharted nebula. Its swirling green clouds hide wonders and terrors. It is the place where star charts end. It is where your real journey begins. Your vessel, the Stardust Drifter, plunges into the green mist. Instantly, the ship's sensors scream. Strange energy readings flood every monitor. The calm of the journey is shattered. Alarms blare. Lights flicker. The ship groans under an unseen pressure. Kyle is already at his console. His fingers dance across the controls. He tries to filter out the noise, but it is everywhere. A storm of chaotic energy. It is like flying through a hurricane of pure power. Lena fights to keep you on course. The nebula pushes against the ship. It tries to spin you around, to send you tumbling into its depths. Her knuckles are white on the helm. You watch the forward view screen. The green clouds are beautiful. They are also terrifying. Shapes seem to move within the mist, phantoms that vanish when you try to focus on them. You wonder if this is what drove previous explorers mad. Jack stands at his station, his hand resting on the firing controls. There is nothing to shoot at. But the tension is a physical thing. You can taste it in the recycled air. The ship is a tiny island in a violent green ocean. The energy readings are off the charts. They do not match any known phenomenon. This is not a natural nebula. It is something else. Something constructed. Something alive. The whispers in the dark are getting louder, and they seem to be calling your name. After days of struggles, you break through the outer storm. The ship finds a pocket of calm space. The sensors stabilize. The alarms fall silent. The crew breathes a collective sigh of relief. You have survived the passage. But the sight before you steals your breath away. It is a graveyard of giants. Colossal, shattered husks of unknown ships. They float silently in the green-tinted darkness. There are hundreds of them, maybe thousands. They are impossibly large. Each one dwarfs your small scout ship. They are broken, torn apart by some unimaginable force. Jagged metal edges hang in the silent void. Open wounds reveal the inner structures of these dead titans. The scale is staggering. A battle was fought here. A war on a level you can barely comprehend. The silence is profound, a testament to the violence that occurred. There are no distress beacons, no emergency lights, just the silent, floating dead. Lena guides the Stardust Drifter through the debris field. You fly in the shadow of these metal mountains. Some ships are twisted into unrecognizable shapes. Others are split cleanly in half. The designs are alien. They are nothing like the ships of the High Council. They are sleek, organic, almost graceful even in their destruction. You see no bodies, no signs of the crews that once piloted these mighty vessels. The emptiness is more disturbing than any wreckage. You scan the field. You are searching for clues, for any sign of what happened here. Who were these starfarers, and who, or what, destroyed them? Kale analyzes the metal composition of the husks. His readings are inconclusive. The materials are unknown. They seem to absorb sensor scans. It is like they are trying to keep their secrets. You feel like a trespasser, a child stumbling upon the tomb of forgotten gods. The silence of this place is a warning. One vessel stands apart from the others. It floats in the center of the graveyard. While the others are shattered, this one appears mostly intact. It is the largest ship you have ever seen. A true leviathan of the void. Its hull is a dark, iridescent color. It seems to shift and shimmer in the green light of the nebula. It looks less like a machine and more like a creature. A giant beetle sleeping among the stars. You approach with caution. The stardust drifter feels like a flea next to this behemoth. The ship's hull is not smooth metal. It is a strange, organic-like material. It has faint lines and patterns, like the scales of a reptile. There are no visible weapon ports, no engine signatures, no viewports or bridge structures. It is a seamless, impenetrable design. It is a perfect enigma, a derelict secret waiting to be unlocked. Kyle's scans find a single point of entry, a docking port that seems to have been forced open. It is a jagged wound on the ship's otherwise perfect skin. It is your only way in. The crew is on edge. Jax thinks it is a trap. Lena is worried about unknown biological agents. Kyle is simply fascinated. He wants to touch the hull, to understand the science behind its creation. You understand their feelings. You feel the same mix of fear and curiosity. You make the decision. You have to know what is inside. You did not come all this way to be scared off by shadows. You are a rogue crew on a mission for truth. This ship holds the answers. You guide the Stadia drifter towards the opening. The docking clamps extend. They attach to the alien hull with a heavy thud. The airlocks hiss as they connect. The passage is open. You are about to step onto a ship older than your own civilization. Your heart pounds in your chest. The secret is just a few steps away. You lead the boarding party. Jax is at your side, his rifle raised. Kyle follows with a scanner, his eyes wide with wonder. The air inside is thin but breathable. It is cold. The corridors are vast and empty. The walls are made of the same organic metal as the hull. They seem to hum with a faint, dormant energy. The silence is absolute. Your footsteps echo in the immense space. You feel like you are inside the ribcage of a long-dead beast. Then, Kale stops. He stares at his scanner. "Captain?" he whispers. His voice is tight with disbelief. "I'm getting a life sign." You turn to him. That is impossible. The ship has been dead for centuries, maybe millennia. "Are you sure?" you ask. He nods, unable to speak. He points the scanner down a long, dark corridor. A single faint pulse appears on the screen. It is a heartbeat. Slow, steady, and impossibly old. You follow the signal. Deeper and deeper into the derelict. The corridors twist and turn. The architecture is disorienting. It feels like the ship is actively trying to confuse you. The life sign grows stronger with every step. It is coming from the center of the vessel, from a chamber that looks like a throne room or a chapel. It is a place of great importance. You can feel it. The air grows thick with an unseen energy. The sleeper is about to awaken. You reach a massive set of doors. They slide open silently as you approach. The chamber inside is vast. In the center, a single figure rests on a raised platform. It is not human. It is tall and slender, encased in a shimmering silver suit. Wires and tubes connect it to the ship itself. This being is not just on the ship, it is part of it. As you step into the room, its eyes open. They glow with a soft blue light. A lone life sign pulses from deep within the ship. It is ancient, powerful, and utterly alien. And it is looking right at you. Before you can react, A voice echoes in your mind. It is not sound. It is pure thought. It bypasses your ears and speaks directly to your consciousness. The voice is ancient, filled with a sorrow that could shatter stars. It is calm. It holds no malice. It feels like the wisdom of 1,000 lifetimes. It washes over you, a wave of understanding and pain. Your mind is touched by a telepathic message. "Welcome, travelers," the voice says. It feels strange to hear words you are not actually hearing. "I am Xylos, the last of the Star Weavers." You stand frozen, unable to speak. Jax lowers his rifle slightly. Even he is stunned by this peaceful first contact. Kale stares at the being, his scientific curiosity battling with pure awe. The being, Xylos, does not move. But you can feel its story unfolding in your mind. It tells you of its people. The Star Weavers were artisans. They did not build ships. They grew them. They were masters of star science. They seeded life across the galaxy. They were gardeners, not warriors. This ship, this entire graveyard, was not a fleet of warships. It was an ark, a convoy carrying the seeds of new life to distant worlds. It was a mission of peace, a mission of creation. Then the voice in your head fills with a new emotion, a cold, hard anger, a memory of fire and ruin. It tells you of the betrayal. Another star-born race, the crystalline hegemony, had promised an alliance. They had offered friendship and shared knowledge. The Star Weavers trusted them. They welcomed them. The hegemony turned on them without warning. They were hunters. They coveted the Star Weavers' power of creation. They wanted to twist it into a tool of destruction. A great betrayal had occurred, one that had cost 1 billion lives. The battle was short and brutal. The Star Weavers were not prepared for war. Their living ships were no match for the hegemony's weapons. The Emerald Expanse became their tomb. Xylos was the only one to survive. It placed itself in a healing trance. It bonded with its ship, the Heartwood. It waited for millennia. It hoped someone would one day find it, someone who could help it deliver a final warning to the galaxy. That someone is you. As Xylos finishes its story, a new alarm screams through your helmet's comms. It is Lena, back on the Stardust Drifter. Her voice is panicked. "Captain, we have incoming ships, multiple contacts." You turn to the open doors of the chamber. You can feel a vibration through the deck plates. A new energy signature is flooding the area. You look at Xylos. Its blue eyes are filled with a grim certainty. "They have found me," the voice says in your mind. "The hunters have returned." You race back to your ship. The corridors of the Heartwood seem to stretch on forever. The calm of the derelict is gone. It is replaced by a sense of impending doom. You burst onto the bridge of the Stardust Drifter. The view screen tells the whole story. A fleet of crystalline warships emerges from the nebula. They are beautiful and deadly. Their hulls are faceted, like diamonds. They glitter in the green light. They move with a cold, unfeeling precision. This is the Betrayer's fleet. There are dozens of them. Each one is larger than your small scout ship. They form a perfect perimeter around the graveyard. They are cutting off all escape routes. Their energy signatures are massive. They are powering up their weapons. Their intent is clear. They have come to finish the job they started eons ago. They are here to destroy Xylos and its ship, and you are caught in the middle. They hunt for the survivor you now protect. Lena is desperately searching for an escape route. "They're everywhere," she says, her voice strained. "Their formation is perfect. There are no gaps." Jax is at his station, his face a grim mask. Their weapon readings are off the scale, Captain. We can't fight them. We can't even scratch their paint. He is right. The Stardust Drifter is a research vessel. It is not a warship. You are outgunned, outnumbered, and outmatched in every way possible. The situation is hopeless. Then, the voice of Xylos returns to your mind. They fear this ship. They fear the life it once carried. You look at the giant, sleeping vessel you are still docked with, the Heartwood. It is a ship of peace, an ark. But maybe it holds more than just secrets. Maybe it holds a weapon of its own. You have a sudden, insane idea. A gamble so reckless it might just work. You are not just a scout ship anymore. You are docked to a legend, and legends have a way of fighting back. Lena, plot a course. Straight through their blockade, you command. She looks at you like you are insane. Captain, that's suicide. Kyle agrees. The shields will buckle in seconds. You look at your crew. You see the fear in their eyes. But you also see a flicker of trust. They have followed you this far. They will follow you into the fire. Do it, you say, your voice firm. The chase begins now. Lena's hands fly across her console. She locks in the course, a direct path to the heart of the crystalline fleet. Jax targets the lead enemy ship, not to destroy it, but to distract it. Kyle, you say, get ready to give me everything you've got. And I mean everything. Kyle nods, his face pale but determined. He knows what you are asking. You are going to push the Stardust Drifter's engine past every safety limit. You are going to fly faster than this ship was ever meant to fly. You open a channel to your helmet's comms. Xylos, you think, projecting your thoughts. I need your help. Can this ship of yours still move? There is a pause. Then, a surge of energy flows from the Heartwood into your own vessel. The lights on your bridge flicker and brighten. The engine's hum rises in pitch. It becomes a roar of awakened power. The derelict giant behind you begins to stir. The entire graveyard seems to hold its breath. This vessel and I are one, Xylos communicates. Its pain is my pain. Its strength is my strength. It has slept for too long. The crystalline ships open fire. Lances of pure energy slice through the void. They impact the Heartwood's ancient hull. The giant ship shudders, but it holds. The organic metal glows, absorbing the energy blasts. It is healing itself almost as fast as it takes damage. Your tiny ship is shielded by the Leviathan. Now, you yell. Kael shunts all power to the engines. The Stardust Drifter leaps forward, dragging the immense bulk of the Heartwood with it. The acceleration is brutal. It pushes you deep into your chair. You are a bullet fired from a cosmic gun. You are aimed directly at the enemy. Your small ship must outrun the advanced enemy fleet. But you are not just running. You are charging. You are turning their trap into your weapon. The enemy is caught by surprise. They expected a quick execution, not a defiant charge from a ghost ship. Their perfect formation wavers. They scramble to adjust their aim. You are too fast, too unpredictable. You are a sparrow riding on the back of an eagle. The voice of Xylos fills your mind again. It is no longer just sorrowful. It is strong. It is filled with a fire you did not know it possessed. It makes you an offer that could change the balance of power forever. My life force is tied to this vessel, Xylos explains in your mind. And this vessel is now tied to yours. We can go further. We can bond our systems. My consciousness can merge with your ship's computer. I can enhance its functions beyond your imagination. It is an offer of incredible power. The mind of an ancient being joined with your modern technology. It is a fusion of the old and the new. An ancestral power waiting to be unleashed. You hesitate for a moment. The risks are enormous. Allowing an alien consciousness into your ship's core systems. It is unprecedented. It could overload everything. It could erase your ship's AI. It could drive your crew mad. But you look at the view screen. The crystalline fleet is recovering. They are adapting. Their energy weapons are beginning to focus on your ship, the flea on the giant's back. You have no other choice. You are out of time. Do it. You transmit to Xylos. The bond is instantaneous. A wave of blue energy flows from the heartwood. It surges through the docking tube and into the stardust drifter. The lights on your bridge flash and then turn a steady, calm blue. The ship's computer speaks, but its voice is different. It is a blend of the familiar AI and the ancient wisdom of Xylos. Systems integrated, the new voice says. Engine efficiency increased by 1,000%. Shield modulation capabilities enhanced. We are now faster. We are stronger. The ship leaps forward with a speed that is simply impossible. The stars on the view screen stretch into long streaks of light. You are moving at speeds that should tear your ship apart. But the vessel is stable. The inertial dampeners are holding, barely. The crystalline ships are suddenly left behind. Their weapons fire harmlessly into the space you occupied just moments ago. You have been granted unimaginable speed and power. You have a fighting chance. But this power comes with a price that must be paid not in metal, but in minds. The fusion of human and Starweaver technology is not seamless. The bond requires immense mental fortitude from your crew. The sheer volume of data flowing from Xylos into the ship's systems is overwhelming. It is a tsunami of information, a billion years of memories, a history of a lost civilization. It bleeds through the ship's network. It begins to affect the crew. The human element becomes the weakest link in the chain. Kyle is the first to feel it. He is connected directly to the engine core. He feels the raw power of the heartwood flowing through him. He sees flashes of dying stars. He hears the screams of a billion souls. He clutches his head, a cry of pain escaping his lips. Too much, he groans. Make it stop. He is experiencing the final moments of the Starweavers. The great betrayal is not a story to him anymore. It is a memory. His memory. Lena is also struggling. The navigation system is no longer just showing star charts. It is showing her the ancient pathways of the Starweavers. Paths that bend space and time. Her mind is trying to comprehend multidimensional geometry. She sees galaxies being born. She sees them die. She slumps over her console, her nose bleeding. The strain threatens to tear her mind apart. The knowledge is a poison. A beautiful, deadly poison. Even Jax is affected. The targeting computer is now linked to Xylos' senses. He can feel the crystalline ships. He can sense their cold, hateful intent. It is a rage that chills him to the bone. He sees them not as ships, but as predators. His hands tremble. The hunter has become the hunted, and he can feel the fear of the prey. Your crew is breaking. The power you need to survive is also destroying you. You realize you are the anchor. As the captain, your mind is the focal point. You must filter the torrent of information. You must shield your crew. You reach out with your own mind. You touch the consciousness of Xylos. Help them, you plead. Focus the memories through me. Let me bear the burden. You feel a surge of gratitude from the ancient being. The pressure on your crew lessens, but it increases on you tenfold. Your vision blurs, your head pounds. You see it all. The rise and fall of an empire, the creation of life, the joy of discovery, and the bitter, agonizing pain of betrayal. You see the faces of the crystalline hegemony. You see their cruel, unfeeling eyes. You understand their motives. They do not just want power. They want to eliminate all other forms of life. They see creation as a flaw, a chaotic element to be purged from the universe. You are not just fighting for your lives. You are fighting for the very concept of life itself. You grit your teeth. You fight to stay conscious. You focus on the battle. The crystalline fleet is still in pursuit. They are slower, but they are relentless. You cannot outrun them forever. Your crew is recovering, but they are shaken. They are not ready for a prolonged fight. You need an advantage. You need a place to make a stand. Lena, her face pale, points to a cluster of asteroids on her screen. There, she says, the Maelstrom, a high-density asteroid field, unstable, dangerous. It is perfect. You turn to fight within a violent asteroid field. You will use the chaos of space as your only ally. You dive into the Maelstrom. The Stardust Drifter, still bonded to the giant heartwood, weaves through the spinning rocks. It is a deadly ballet. Asteroids the size of mountains tumble past your view screen. The crystalline ships follow you in. Their perfect formation is broken by the chaotic environment. They are forced to fly independently. Their greatest strength, their unity, is now their weakness. The battle in the Maelstrom has begun. Jacks, target their engines, you order. Your voice is strained. The mental pressure from Xylos is immense. But your resolve is like iron. Jax nods, his confidence returning. He has targets he can hit. He fires. The Stardust Drifter's weapons, enhanced by Xylos's power, are devastating. Beams of blue energy lance out. They strike a crystalline ship's engine port. The ship spins out of control. It collides with a massive asteroid and explodes in a flash of cold, white light. One down. Kyle is back at his console. He is no longer just an engineer. He is a part of the ship. He can feel the energy flows. He can anticipate the power needs. Shields are holding, he yells. I can divert more power to weapons. The ship's systems are a symphony of power. And he is the conductor. He pushes the bonded engines to their limit. You perform maneuvers that should be impossible. You use the giant asteroids as shields. You lure the enemy ships into traps. Lena calls out navigation cues. She's reading the chaos of the Maelstrom like a book. She sees the patterns in the randomness. She guides you through impossible gaps. She turns the deadly asteroid field into your playground. The crew is working as one. A perfect fusion of human intuition and alien power. You are no longer just a rogue crew. You are a weapon. A single, unstoppable force. You are fighting for more than survival. You are fighting for a future. You destroy another crystalline ship. And then another. They are hunters. But they are not used to prey that fights back. They are confused. Their cold logic cannot compute your chaotic tactics. They came for an execution. They found a hornet's nest. But they are not retreating. Their hatred for Xylos is greater than their instinct for self-preservation. They press the attack. A lucky shot gets through your shields. The ship rocks violently. An alarm blares. The blast hit the docking collar. The connection to the heartwood is damaged. Kale shouts, "We're losing the power feed from the big ship." The blue lights on the bridge flicker. Your enhanced speed and weapons begin to fade. The tide of the battle is turning against you once more. The remaining enemy ships close in. They sense your weakness. They are moving in for the kill. You are trapped. The Maelstrom has become your cage. Just as a crystalline cruiser locks its weapons on you, Xylos speaks in your mind. Its voice is urgent. There is an artifact on my ship. The hegemony wants it. It is why they are so relentless. You realize the truth. This was never just about revenge. It was about a prize. What is it, you ask? It is called the Shard of Creation, Silos replies. In my people's hands, it could seed life on a barren world. In their hands, it is a weapon that can erase entire star systems. You now understand the stakes. This is not just a battle. It is a fight for the fate of the galaxy. The Shard of Creation must not fall into the enemy's hands. Xylos continues. They cannot take it while this ship's core is active. They need to disable me completely. That is their primary goal. A desperate plan forms in your mind. A final, terrible gamble. You have to give them what they want. Kale, you say, your voice grim. Prepare to eject the docking collar. On my mark. Kale stares at you in horror. Captain, if we do that, we lose all power from the Heartwood. We'll be a sitting duck. You look at the view screen. The enemy is closing in. I know, you reply. Jax, target the Heartwood's main energy conduit, the one we were just connected to. Jax is confused. Captain, that's the ship that's been protecting us. Trust me, you say. Your crew exchanges worried glances, but they do not question your orders. Eject now, you yell. The docking collar explodes. The Stardust Drifter is thrown free from the Heartwood. Your ship's power levels plummet. The lights dim. The engines whine and die. You are adrift in the maelstrom. The crystalline ships ignore you. They focus all their attention on the now vulnerable Heartwood. They see their prize. They see their victory. Jax, fire. You command. A single, low-powered energy beam shoots from your ship. It strikes the exposed energy conduit on the Heartwood. The effect is instantaneous and catastrophic. The conduit ruptures. The ancient power of the Starweaver ship, denied its normal outlet, builds up. It creates a feedback loop. The entire vessel begins to glow with an intense, unstable energy. Xylos's voice echoes in your head, a single word. Goodbye. The Heartwood detonates, not in a simple explosion, but in a wave of pure creative energy. It is the force of a supernova packed into a single vessel. The blast is silent. It is a wave of pure, white light. It washes over the maelstrom. The crystalline fleet is caught completely by surprise. Their ships are not designed to withstand this kind of force. They are unmade. Their diamond hulls dissolve. Their cold energy is erased. They simply cease to exist. They are returned to the nothingness they worship. The shockwave hits your ship. Your dying shields flare and then fail. The ship is tossed tumbling through space. Systems overload. The bridge goes dark. You are thrown from your chair. Your head hits a console. And then there is only silence and darkness. You have won. You have destroyed the enemy fleet. But the cost was immense. You have achieved a Pyrrhic victory. You awake to the sting of emergency medical spray. Kyle is leaning over you. His face is bruised, but he is smiling. Welcome back, Captain, he says. You sit up slowly. The bridge is a wreck. Sparks fly from broken consoles. But the ship is stable. The backup power is on. Lena and Jax are securing their stations. They are alive. Your crew is alive. You survived. You look at the view screen. The maelstrom is gone. The asteroids were vaporized by the Heartwood's final act. The space where the battle took place is now serene. It is filled with a soft, glowing nebula of blue and green dust. The remains of a hero's sacrifice. You feel a profound sense of loss. You destroyed a living piece of history. You killed Xylos, the last of its kind. It was necessary, but it feels like a crime. Then, a light appears on a single, functioning console. It is a message. A data packet sent in the last moments before the Heartwood's destruction. It was sent from Xylos. You open the file. It is not a thank you message. It is not a final goodbye. It is a star chart and a single chilling sentence. They were not the only ones. The message reveals a stunning, hidden agenda. Xylos did not sacrifice itself just to save you. It sacrificed itself to send this message. The chart points to a location deep in uncharted space. A hidden fortress, the true seat of the crystalline hegemony's power. Xylos knew it could not win the war, but it could give the galaxy a fighting chance. It could reveal the enemy's heart. But there is more. A second part to the message. A personal note to you. The shard of creation was not on my ship. The words form in your mind, a faint echo of Xylos's voice. I moved it, millennia ago, to a place no one would think to look. A new set of coordinates appear. They point to a small, insignificant moon in a familiar system. Your home system. The hegemony hunts a ghost. The message concludes. The real prize and the real danger is with you now. I have made you its guardian. The survivor has revealed its own startling, hidden agenda. The weight of the galaxy settles on your shoulders. You are no longer just explorers. You are no longer a rogue crew on a single mission. You are guardians. The Stardust Drifter, crippled but alive, floats in the quiet aftermath of the battle. Your ship is a wreck. Your crew is exhausted. You are light years from friendly space. But you hold the two most important secrets in the universe. The location of the enemy's command center and the hiding place of a weapon that can create or destroy worlds. You look at your crew. You see the same realization dawning in their eyes. Your small, defiant journey has just become the opening chapter of a galactic war. The High Council will not understand. They will try to hide the truth. They will try to control the shard. Or worse, they will try to use it. You cannot go back. You can never go home. Your path leads forward, into the darkness. Lena looks at the new star chart. That's hegemony territory, she says softly. Going there would be suicide. Jax checks the weapons console. We're running on fumes. We have 4 torpedoes left and our main cannons are fried. Kyle looks up from a damaged power relay. The engine is a mess. We're not going anywhere fast. Your situation is bleak. You are alone, underpowered, and you hold the key to everything. You have a choice. You can run. You can take the knowledge of the shard and disappear. You can try to live a quiet life in some forgotten corner of the galaxy. Or you can fight. You can use Xylos's final gift. You can take the fight to the enemy. You can be the spark that ignites a fire of resistance. You must choose a side. The side of the silent, waiting galaxy, or the side of your own survival. You look at the star chart. You look at your tired but determined crew. The choice is already made. You are the guardians of the Expanse, and your war has just begun.